In the modern world of football, where money, trophies, and fame often define greatness, there is one name that stands apart. His name is Francesco Totti, a boy from the city of Rome who didn't just play for his club, but became its very soul. Totti was born on September 27, 1976. From a young age, his talent was undeniable. On the streets of Rome, with a ball at his feet, he wasn't just playing. He was dreaming a dream. Was simple, not to become the richest player, not to become the most famous star, but to do one thing called play for us. Roma. Many big clubs came calling. One of them was AC Milan. For most young players, that would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but not for Totti. He said no, because to him, Roma was never a choice. Roma was home in 1993 at just 16 years old. Totti made his professional debut. At just 16 years old, Totti made his professional debut. At the time, few could have imagined they were witnessing the beginning of a legend. Under managers like Zdenek Zeman, his talent began to flourish. He wasn't just a player, he was an artist on the pitch. His touch was elegant, his vision was extraordinary, and his finishing was lethal. As the 2000s began, Totti reached his peak. The 2000-2001 season became historic. Under coach Fabio Capello, Roma achieved greatness, with teammates like Gabriel Batistuta manteve a title for Roma. This was more than a trophy, it was a rebirth, and at the center of it all stood one man, Francesco Totti, captain leader's symbol. But at the height of his career, his greatest test arrived. Europe's biggest clubs wanted him. One of them, Real Madrid. Imagine it, playing alongside the world's best, winning Champions League titles, lifting trophy after trophy. It was the path almost every player would choose. But not Totti. He refused, a decision that many could not understand. But for Totti, it was never about logic, it was about the heart. His loyalty became something rare. He stayed, even when Roma struggled. He stayed, even when trophies were not guaranteed. And from that loyalty came his legendary titles called Il Capitano, the King of Rome. On the international stage, Totti also made history. He was part of the Italian squad that won the FIFA World Cup 2006, the highest achievement in football. What made it even more incredible was that he entered the tournament after recovering from a serious injury, and still, he delivered. But his journey was never easy. Injuries followed him throughout his career. One of them, a devastating, broken leg that nearly ended everything. There were also conflicts, including tensions with coach Luciano Spalletti, with him on the true legends. Totti never truly fell. He always came back, and every time he did, he proved he still belonged. Time passed. The years Carpentovelli, desenvolvemos em 2017, Francesco Totti played his final match. Aci Stadio Olimpico tens applauded, cried, because they knew this wasn't just a retirement, it was the end of an era. Totti stood on the pitch, with tears in his eyes, struggling to find the words, because how do you say goodbye to something that has been your entire life, since childhood? Today, Francesco Totti is remembered not only for his skill, not only for his incredible goals, but for something far more rare, loyalty. In a world that constantly changes, Totti chose to stay, to remain loyal, to remain himself. Maybe he didn't win as many trophies as other legends. Maybe he missed countless opportunities, but one thing is certain, he gained something money can never buy, the love of an entire city and a permanent place in football history, because in the end, Francesco Totti is not just a legend of Roma, he is a legend of football itself, who reminded the world what loyalty truly means. And now the question is, if you were in Totti's position, would you stay loyal, or would you choose the path of trophies?